What up, what up, what up?
Oh, we're live.
Just waiting for Instagram to say we can go live.
There we go.
Well, we're going to let a few people get on, and because we're not sure about the audio, this is the first time we're doing this to announce the big news.
Yeah. If you can't tell by the title already.
So let somebody hop on.
We got a heart. Drop a
Alright.
comment.
Whoever's out there watching on whatever you're watching on, can you hear us okay? Is everything sounding all right?
Oh, we got 2 people.
Well, we should have 2 people that'll let us know that.
Yeah. Dwayne.
What's going on, Mr. Thurm?
Welcome, welcome.
Well, apparently he can hear us. So let's see if you can hear this. That's not what I wanted to do. Promise we've done this before. That is it aired out. All right, so that was an epic fail. Uh, we thought that it was showing a video, but apparently it wasn't. So let's try this. What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Hot Rod Hangout YouTube channel. And also, the live. You know, it's first of the month, so the first episode's always me and Ashley, letting you know what's going on, what's been going on. Well, we bought a freaking bus. Hey, now it's working. So, I want everybody to meet Wanda. You got Chevy and Buckman driving right now. But this is Wanda, the Wonder Lodge. She's a 36 SP. So, single rear, diesel pusher. Got Cat 3208 with turbo. Got 22.5. It's got a generator. Manual awnings. Got the Starlink mounted up on top of the TV antenna, so we can stick that up, get a little more clearance. Well, let's go inside.
Huh. Wonder who that is.
Oh, hey, y'all are already inside. So, living room, driving cockpit, passenger princess seat. Factory was a 19-inch television. They had upgraded, actually the same TV.
Yeah.
TV was broke, but we traded another one of our TVs to mom and dad for the same TV that was in here, so we could just use the same mount and everything.
Yeah, but then mom lucked out because she got a huge TV.
Yeah, she got a big TV.
Yeah.
But yeah, so backup camera, kick-ass stereo, CB, couch, chair, 2 AC units, front and rear. When we're plugged into 30 amp, we only got one, but
That's a whole nother story.
yep.
And then as we turn around here, our little dinette, also known as office. Then we got the kitchen, a microwave convection.
Microwave convection oven. It does everything.
It does everything. I'm still figuring out how to work it, but it is what it is. And then the newest addition, our Frigidaire retro.
So it had a 3-way RV fridge that either we weren't smart enough to operate it, or it was going bad, or whatever. The gentleman we bought it from said, hey, I think it's a circuit board. There's a ghetto fan rigged in there to cool it off. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So we decided, hey, let's just go with 110. Because we're always going to have the generator, we're always going to have somewhere to plug in.
Yeah. And this gives us more space.
Yes, and this is actually a half a cubic feet bigger, because if you know anything about RV fridges, they're really, really thick because they're planning for you not to have power, so it wants to keep your food while you're driving.
Yeah.
And we have a generator that runs while we're driving, so.
Yep.
Ashley forgot the stove, but there's a stove under here.
Yeah. But we got an electric skillet.
Yeah.
So we'll be using that a little bit too.
Yeah, we're trying to get away from as much propane as possible.
Yeah.
The whole bomb right underneath the living room.
Little scary. We do have a gorgeous shower that's so
Giant
roomy.
Shower.
Yeah.
With gold fixings.
Oh yeah. Deep tub. Gold fixings. New shower head.
The only thing that was wrong with the other one was it was clogged the hell up. So you got like one very hard stream.
And then we got a real porcelain toilet.
Mirrors everywhere.
Yeah. Closet. And then our bedroom. With a TV. But mirrors everywhere.
Oh, you forgot the coolest part of the kitchen.
Oh yes. Pull out pantries. Not just one, but two of them. Because, you know, in every RV video, they always talk about the pull out pantries. And we forgot one other part. The best part. A margarita maker.
Built-in margarita.
Built into the counter.
Alright guys, before we get to the live, wanted to hop on here, let you know that we now have the Cadillac logo in a racerback tank top, and we also have one in a guy's design. Yours won't look like that. It'll look like that with the 5 microphones. Mine was a mess up. There's 2 of them in existence, and I own both of them.
It happens.
The reason that we rolled those shirts out quicker than we wanted to was because for the rest of this month, July, we are going to donate $5 to Cadillac Vegas's family. We know it's not going to be a lot, but it's just a small token to let us know, or let them know that they're in our thoughts and prayers. I didn't want to just go, hey, donate some money to this cause. I wanted to give y'all some value. So go to hotrodhangout.com, buy a Cadillac shirt, buy a Cadillac tank top, buy both, buy a Lincoln shirt, buy all of them, please. This bus, for anybody that's asking, I'll nip this question in the butt. Why did y'all sell your house and buy a bus? Ashley works from home, so that was the desk.
Yep.
And also, we want to be able to go and get out to some of these shows that may require us to be gone from the house more than, you know, a weekend. Also, we have 2 dogs, so Ashley would have to either stay at home with the dogs, or we'd have to get an Airbnb or whatever. The little dog, he's real anxious. He doesn't like car rides, but he loves riding in the bus. So, an example, for the West Coast Customs trip next year, Ashley can bring the doodle bus, be the caboose in that road trip.
Yep.
I hope she's way back. I hope there's a lot of cars. But, you know, it's a, 7-8 day road trip?
Yeah. It's going to be a
total.
long one.
No, 8 total days. So 6 days to drive, 2 days for the show. But like I said, we're coming out of Adel. We're meeting up with Hometown Hot Rodder in Texas. You got Ken and them coming down from Montana. They're actually not going to catch us en route. We're just going to meet them at the show. Still looking for somebody to come out of the Northeast. Bring a slew of people with them. But Ashley will bring up the rear in the bus, and we can record podcasts. We can, hang out at shows longer. We don't have to hurry and rush home and stuff like that. So let's get to the live. All right, guys. So there's Wanda.
Our new home.
Had a little technical difficulties there in the beginning, but I think we got her figured out now.
Yeah.
So Ashley's bailing out of the camera.
I
On
am.
both now.
Well, it happens on them big jobs.
So basically, the last podcast we talked about selling the house. We were up in the Panhandle fixing my truck. Dodge is kicking ass again, so
Yep.
that's a positive.
Running better than it did before.
Yeah, I'm getting better fuel mileage now than it ever did, so that's good. But there is a road trip planned. This is to Trendsetter Worldwide. He asked, what show are we doing with Hometown Hot Rodder? West Coast Customs 2027. So the original, for anybody that doesn't know, that's new to the channel, new to the podcast, whatever, last year, 2025, Ken Sander with Bed Idea Customs invited me and Brian, Uncle Brian from the Hometown Hot Rodder, invited us on a 10-day road trip with 4 vintage cars, 4 vintage campers, Plains, Montana, Sandpoint, Idaho for the Lost in the 50 show, and then we cruised down Washington, Oregon, and we cruised down the 101 into Santa Maria for the West Coast Customs show. And while we were there, the 3 of us got together and was like, hey, we need an excuse to come back. So we were going to do a build off. Life happens. Brian bought the 39. When they tore into it, it was a lot rougher than it looked. So they weren't going to be able to get it done. I was doing the Model A. Obviously, that's not a custom. Was never going to be a custom. That car was supposed to be a grunge hot rod. And then I come up with a Cadillac. Cadillac fits the bill, but financially, I wasn't going to be able to get it done. And Ken, by the time he made it back with his 2 cars, because he owned 2 cars that went on that trip, he was kind of just over cars. So everything kind of got pushed. We knew that we were going to sell the house. We knew that this stuff was coming. So we kind of just pushed it out of our head. And then we came up with the idea that, hey, why don't we just do a road trip again? Because, yes, West Coast Customs Cruise In Nationals is an awesome show. But part of what made that show memorable for me was road tripping with my homies. So me and Psycho Simmons are going to come out of Adel, Georgia. Brian and the hometown crew is going to come out of Texas. Ken and them had already planned a trip for next year. They'd already, while they were down there this year, they planned they're going down. They're going to do the Sandpoint, Idaho, West Coast Customs, and then they're going to hang out for Pismo. So there's an event. We're promoting it, Hometown Hot Rodder and Psycho Fab or Psycho Simmons. I don't know which one he accepted it under. Is event, and it's the road trip to be named to the West Coast Customs Cruise National. The eventual goal for the road trip is we're going to pick a show every year to go to. This year, pre-65, Customs. Next year, maybe C10s. Somebody brought up the Simcoe Weekender, which is actually in August. I started looking into it. It looks like a badass show, so that may be on the list for 2028. We may go check it out 27. Just depends on what it is. That's part of the reason why we got the bus. We want to get to more shops. We want to get to more shows. We want to bring y'all along, and we want to bring the pups along.
Who are currently taking naps.
Yeah. It's hard. Everyone knows it's hard when you're going to go out of state to a show. You got hotels, you got If you got animals, you gotta crate them, or you gotta board them, or you gotta do whatever, or you gotta bring them with you. And then you gotta find a hotel or an Airbnb that is fine with having dogs. We have one little dog that go anywhere, and we have one that doesn't fit most places. But so we got the bus. If it's a drive your shit thing, like the road trip, Ashley can drive the bus behind us. We can crash at campgrounds along the way. Audio just cut off.
Uh-oh.
That's a problem.
That's not good.
Can you hear me now? Oh, okay.
Oh.
Got me nervous. This is the first one we're doing in the bus, so
Yeah.
okay. Apparently, it doesn't want to zoom out. Tricked you. All right. But now I'm out of sync on Instagram.
Yeah.
Anyway. Nope, that didn't help. All right. If you're on Instagram, sorry.
Yeah.
Instagram is messing up, so you're gone. Oh,
There we go.
all right. We should be back now. All right. Anyway, so we always end every podcast with drive your shit. So if it's a show like the West Coast where we're road tripping, I'll drive. Ashley will drive the bus. We're technically both driving, but the dogs can go with us. Like I said in the video, our little dog is anxious in a car, but for some reason, the bus is good.
Well, he likes the loud things, and I
He
think
does.
the bus is loud enough that he's okay. Because he likes to ride on the lawnmower. Anytime you fire up the bike, he's right next to you.
So we got that going on. But yeah, that's kind of the plan moving forward is with the bus. Obviously, the first section of time, I'm going to Georgia. I'm going to get my Cadillac done. Once it is done, then we're going to start trying to get out to some of these shops. Some of these awesome people that I've either talked to on the podcast and would love to go do a shop tour, or people that I've saved. Hey, I don't want to do an episode until I can come out, check out what you got going on. Because a lot of our listeners, fans, whatever you want to call them, followers, a lot of y'all have become my friends. And I just kind of want to come hang out and, do hood rat shit with my hood rat friends in their hood rat garage. So somebody reached out the other day. Oh, you should talk to so and so. Okay, yeah, I should talk to them, but I also want to talk to you. Well, I'm not a promoter. I'm like, I don't care. I want to talk to everybody. That's part of the reason why I wanted to do this live is also to reiterate. I don't care whether you want to get in it and you bought something done and you're just getting into cars, or if you're 60 Riddler Amber cars deep. If you want to talk to me, I want to talk to you. And yes, we mess with old school cars, customs, getting a little more onto the custom side, trucks, stuff like that. But I don't care if you're hydraulics. I don't care if you're new school. I don't care whatever the car is, whatever the truck is. If you're passionate about it, I want to hear about it. I don't know if Dwayne's still on or if he heard me when the video was not playing, when it was supposed to be playing. But it's an 8 airbag system, and the walk around portion of the video, it was laid out. That's out of air, sitting on bump stops. So it is they are 12R 22.5, so it's a like 41-inch tall tire. So it's tucking all it's got, big dog. But yeah, we're just looking forward to kind of seeing what the next chapter brings. When we sold the house, we were looking for an RV, and something kind of kept sticking with me. Like, I don't really want to do LST is definitely on our list, but um, that and Lone Star Throwdown and Lone Star Roundup. Um, I don't know where I was at. I lost my train of thought. I got excited.
It happens.
Um,
Oh, we were talking about going out to all these shows and everything.
yeah, I don't know. I lost it. It's gone.
And us being able to travel and
Yeah.
come out to all the
That's right.
shops.
Okay. So we were looking at RVs, and we kept looking at. We looked at quite a few of them, and some of them had all this room. Some of them had 4 slides and big old things and everything. And the more I got to thinking about it, if we want to be truly like pick up and go, we need to be able to basically live in the bus or live in the RV, shut up, because we're not always going to be able to stick out slides. The last one, we had actually was going to put money down on it, come back and get it. And
it was like a mini house.
Yeah, it was great.
It was huge.
It was a lot of room.
Yeah.
But it needed fuel. And the guy's like, oh, we'll just take it up and go get some fuel in it. And he shut up the slides, and I looked back, and you couldn't get out. I'm not a little guy.
Oh, and it was because it was slides on both sides of it, and when you shrunk it in, the kitchen table, and like the couch,
it was an L kitchen.
Yeah.
And whenever it closed up, it left about a foot of walkway, and it just would have been a pain to get in and out of. If you have to stop get fuel, or you have to stop and and the dogs, they're gonna want to walk. They're gonna want to go from the bedroom to the couch, even though they can't get on this bed because it's high as hell. But they're gonna want to walk. And also, if we're driving down the road together, and Ashley's like, "Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom," we'll go. It's a straight shot. You don't have to try to jump over shit or move stuff or.
Well, you do have to get over the speed bump known as Chevy.
Yeah, the dog. He'd be on the couch though. But so we just kept thinking like slides were one more thing that could go wrong, and I thought that a bus would be simpler. I've been convinced that it's not. There's a lot of shit going on in this bus. It is a 91, but it's well built. The gentleman that had it before us, he did a lot of updating and reupholstering stuff, and a lot of work to it. He redid the floors and stuff like that, and it's all awesome work. But there's a lot of stuff that's complicated on it. And we knew when we picked it up that there was a couple of things that needed addressed: the fridge, the steps.
And this
Actually let an AC cover blow off on 75 on the way home, so he had to buy one of them. But and just figuring out everything, and that's kind of why we've owned the bus for a little over a week, 2 weeks maybe. I don't know. We bought it a little while ago. But that's why we're not already in Georgia, is because I wanted to make sure before we left here that everything was kind of dialed in and we knew how to operate it. Because this trip to Georgia is going to be a twofer. Ashley will eventually drive the bus, but for this trip, Matthew's going to drive the bus. And then we're going to have to come back and get my truck and trailer, the enclosed trailer rather. And I might get Ashley north in the bus, and She may take it. We haven't decided that yet. But we do have to come back for her car regardless. One thing can't go. There's two of us and three vehicles that need driven. So we'll have to address that. But basically, this is going to be Ashley's office. It's going to be mobile recording studio. It's also going to be our house. Super, super excited. Like I said, there are a couple things that, we're going to adjust or make work better for us. Eventually, we won't have that whole, hey, it's not playing audio, or hey, the video's not playing, because we'll have that figured out. We're still learning. We're still gaining. We're still trying to figure out what's right. We did say that we were going to do a video a month. I don't think that there's going to be another shop tour for July. There might be. I don't know. We'll see. But we're looking forward to getting out a little bit further than the Florida, Georgia kind of hole that we've been in. Another thing with this is once the Cadillac's done, we can put the Cadillac on the trailer behind the bus and we can roll out and we can go make a tour. We can go hit 3 or 4 shows before we figure out where we want to land for a month or two. Also, it'll allow us to go to these states that property and living is a little cheaper than the state of Florida, and figure out why. We figured out that South Georgia, the reason it's cheaper is because there's gnats. Apparently, there's an imaginary line, and Adel, Valdosta, all that is below that line. Apparently, there's a gnat line. You just got to get above the gnat line. I don't know. I didn't know about it. I wasn't aware. But Adel, Valdosta, definitely in that. They're under the line.
Yeah.
North Florida was bad too.
Yeah.
Panhandle was horrible too.
Well, we were also spitting distance from the state
that
line.
That Airbnb was nice.
Very nice.
But so the bike is still for sale. Once I get to Georgia and we get figured out what we're doing, the Dodge may or may not get for sale. The fact that it pulled this big bitch out of getting stuck in my mom and dad's yard, because we tried to, I only had a 25-foot cord, and the bus has a 25-foot cord, so that's 50 foot. So I need to get 50 foot from electrical. And so we were going to go up the hill a little bit, and the hill doesn't really get driven on. So it got stuck. And the Dodge pulled it out. So it's a bad motherfucker.
Oh, yes. Got a little visitor coming up.
Say hi, Internet. It's Buckman.
The little one that's scared of everything. Yeah. You're going to say, I smell dinner.
About that time. But we really do appreciate everybody that likes and comments, shares it with your friends. If you're watching and you want to come on an episode, reach out. If you got somebody and you're like, hey, I really want to, I really think you should talk to them, let us know. If you got a show, let us know.
Yeah, we're going to be
mobile.
Yes.
The rest of this year, probably not going to venture too far out. The main focus is getting the Cadillac done and putting some miles on it, so I don't have to rent a trailer to tow it behind the bus. But the good thing with the way we're doing the road trip is you're going to have multiple people there. So half-ass air ride guy, hydraulic guy. Cadillac's got an LS. His car's got a 4-motor in it. There's going to be some hot rod guys with carburetors. You got Brian Hometown, he owns the hot rod shop, so he should know something about cars. Just kidding, Uncle Brian. Love you, bud. But you're not on the trip alone. And if you miss Power Tour this year, you can go hit up Route 66. We're going to drive it a little further than they did. I think we're catching 66 in Oklahoma, and we're going to be on it most of the way to Bakersfield, California. So if you're interested in that, the event, I'll comment the event on the video. So not right now, but after the video ends, I'll comment on it, tag the event in it or whatever. If you're interested and you're like, oh, maybe, shoot me a message. I'll shoot you the Google Maps. It has every stop, so it'll look like there's like 800 stops on. It's not 800, but it'll look like there's like 80 stops. There's really only 6. So we're gonna leave Georgia Saturday morning, and we're gonna pull into Bakersfield or Santa Maria Thursday. The reason I say or is because some people are flying in. I know Jenny Psycho's fiance is flying in. If everyone that is flying into Bakersfield is going to get there at a normal time, decent time, then we may just snag everybody up and cruise into Santa Maria. If not, we'll stay the night in Bakersfield. We'll get up Friday morning. We'll roll into Santa Maria, get registered. Friday night's that killer ass cruise in. Saturday's the show. Hopefully I got to hang around Sunday and get told that my car is pretty. And then there is no return route. So anyone that's on the trip, if you want to come drive the day with us and turn around and go home, fine. If you want to go in and literally as soon as the show is over on Saturday, you want to head back home, go for it. Or if you're like Ken and them guys that are going to hang out a week and go to the Pismo show. Pismo is the following weekend. It's like 10 minutes up the road. And it's the only beach that you can still drive on in California. So go check that out. But the reason we're not doing a back trip is, I'll be honest, I don't know whether I want to come home. I don't know. Well, I guess home will be the bus, so I'll be home. But we don't know if we're gonna hang out. We don't know if we're gonna, we don't know the situation until it gets closer. I do know that Psycho will be headed back. I don't know if he's gonna go back the same route or if he's just gonna if he's just gonna come down and hit 10 and get across or whatever. But that's why we created the event. And that way everyone can kind of bounce ideas off of, like, hey, I'm only going to run this day I'm only going to run from Oklahoma to Arizona. Cool. Maybe get 3 or 4 guys to do that, and then y'all got a road trip together. So it's basically one big road trip broken up into 6 little road trips, or littler road trips. I also understand that it's hard to take off, in theory, 14 days off of work. I get it. I did it.
It's one of those. That's why we're saying it now. So you have plenty of time to save up that PTO.
Well, you save up PTO, you save up money. We are looking for day sponsors. So obviously, Hot Rod Hangout's going to sponsor a day. Psycho Fab's going to sponsor a day. Hometown Hot Rodder. Those will be the big name sponsors for those days. But we still have 3 or 4 days left. If you want to donate a tank of gas, McDonald's or Wawa or whatever, you know, we're trying to raise we're going to try to raise up, and we're going to try to go make this an epic trip, and we're going to try to do it again next year and the following year and the following year. So if you're like, hey man, I can't do 8 days to California, cool. Maybe next year when we go to the Simcoe weekend, that's up in Wisconsin. So if you're in Tennessee, it's way shorter to go to Wisconsin than it is to California, or Texas, or whatever we end up. That'll be part of the planning on the trip, is talking, obviously among me, Psycho, and Brian, figuring out where next year needs to take us. Whether it's another custom show, whether it's a truck show, whether it's Dino's, there's so many awesome shows out there, and we want to get out to them, and we want to have a good time. We want to support them, support those who support you. Anything?
I don't think so. The biggest news was we bought a bus. And we're going to Burton's.
Yeah, well, the next show is Burton Brooks. If you want to see the bus in person, we'll be there. Next show is Play Loud 13, August 1st, in Jennings.
Yep.
And then oh,
We'll see what happens. We're mobile now.
we are. Gonna try to get the body work and maybe put back in flat black for Turkey Rod Run and Slam Fest, and then black and white photos until the road trip. No, I'm just kidding. I won't be able to keep 5.
I was gonna say.
But looking forward to catching some of y'all on the road, catching up some of the shows. Also, if you hear us coming to a show and you are en route from where we are to where we're going, give us a holler. If you got a 30 or 50 amp plug-in, perfect. If not, I got a generator. If you just want to hang out, bullshit cars with me, we take homemade meals. But yeah, if you just want to hang out or whatever, let us know. Or if you're going to be at a show, let us know. Catch up. If we have the bus, we'll be hard to miss.
Yep.
Especially if we have a truck with my Dodge with it. But I want to reiterate, guys, Hometown Hot Rodder. HometownHotRodder.net got a lot of cool the K-Biz. He's got a lot of cool shit. HotRodHangout.com. All Cadillac shirts, the whole month of July, $5 donated to Cadillac Vegas' family. Go buy some merch, guys. Also, if you see something on there, or if you see something and you're like, hey, I really like that logo, but I'm a pocket t-shirt guy, reach out to me. We can see what we can make happen. Anything else?
Don't think so.
So next time, guys, get out and drive a shit.
See ya.
Later.